Hello, my name is Captain McKie. I am the former riding master for the Household Cavalry of the Queen of England, and I am today going on to a segment which we have called Don't Be a Dummy, Use a Dummy. And this segment is going to show you how to introduce a shape of a person to your young horse. And behind me we have Capt. Capt is a rising 4-year-old horse who has been in training for a few months, but unfortunately with my workload he had to come out of training. So he got as far as we put the dummy on twice, and then we had to give him a break because my work of traveling and things came and involved me being away for so long. So what we're going to do today, he had it on yesterday and he was quite good. I'm going to show you how we approach the position of putting a rider on the horse's back. The reason I'm going to show you this because for safety factors, I'm 60 years old, coming up to 61, and I'm still doing it. I'm doing it because I use a dummy. So I would encourage you to do the same. Now what I would like to show first is we show the dummy to the horse and we get the horse acclimatized to it. Then, as we would a rider, we bring the dummy to the saddle and we lift the dummy over the saddle and we allow it to be a burden on the horse's back. Whilst it's in this position, we assess the horse's capabilities of actually carrying that burden. If it's acceptable, then we go to the next stage, which is putting the dummy on the horse. That took us a bit of time putting the dummy on, but if you'd like to know how the dummy is fixed on, I can tell you if you contact me on my website, equinecommunications.com. What we're going to do now is carry on and lunge the horse and see how he respects or resents the dummy. Okay, Kathleen, if you let him go, please. And what I've done, I've put an outside rein on him, just so that I've got more control on the lunge, and I can actually control him. When I can get the lunge whip out of my foot, I can actually control him around. And what I'm watching for is his mouth movements, his facial features. Steady, quit it, quit it, quit it. Quit it. Facial features and his body shape. Trot on. The one thing that all my training and my mentors have always said, if a horse starts bucking, chase him out of the buck. What I found, if you do that, you're accepting that the horse is going to buck. So my advice to you is stop it from bucking before it starts. If you can do that, it's much easier and much more of a confidence builder knowing that the horse isn't going to buck because you've stopped it whilst you've been on the ground, than feeling that buck coming when you're on its back and you don't know where you're going to end up. So as you see now, the horse is beginning to accept the dummy and the shape, and it'll only be 1 or 2 more sessions before we're on his back. From this position, with having him on long reins, we can actually drive him. So we can take him around and we can start acclimatizing him to other positions and other type of environments that might scare him, get him nervous. And then we can hold him. As you see at the moment, being only 3.5 coming up to 4, his teeth aren't settled yet. So consequently, he's still mouthy. And he's not worried about the dummy at all, but he is worried about his mouth. So what we would do when we mount him and get on him is we'd have a neck strap on so that we wouldn't have to get in his mouth too much. We could control him from his neck, not in his mouth. And that is Capt with the dummy. So I would suggest use a dummy, don't be the dummy on the ground. This is Captain McKie saying thank you for watching. And if you want to get in contact with me about the fitting of the harness or anything, please contact me on equinecommunications.com. Thank you very much.